Hello, welcome back. Myself Fazana. So far we used Spacey for word vector representation, but if you guys think you can build better than Spacey or any predefined one, then we want to know how to set up neural network architecture. That's what we are going to do from this session onwards. Till now we used Spacey, which is built on Wikipedia, Stanford on Google News article, Glove on Facebook, and now we are going to build our own word embedding on our dataset. So the goal of this tutorial is to build our own word embedding based on the dataset IMDb. So guys, are you ready to build our own word embedding? But before we dive for today's session, if not yet subscribe my channel, please support by subscribing the channel. If already subscribed, please hit the bell button so we will not miss the upcoming videos. So today the case study is all about IMDb, which has 50,000 movie reviews. The link will be highlighted in description as well. So far from this tutorial we learned how to work on Jupyter Notebook on Kaggle. Today for a change we start with Google Colab. If you are new to Google Colab, just type Google Colab in search box, then click the first option, then it will redirect to this screen. If you want to upload the already note content, then just click upload, but now we want to go for a new notebook. So just press new notebook. Just to save the time, I already drafted the content for today's tutorial. Let's start without wasting the time. For today's session, the necessary libraries are NumPy, Pandas, Logging, which helps to check information regarding word-to-vec transformation. The next step is to import the data. If the template is same and only the dataset is going to change, then we can use this option like google.colab import file. By using this files.upload, we can randomly choose the dataset. Just uploading this data. To confirm that whether the data is here or not, if you click here, the data is not available. Once the data is 100% uploaded, currently it is on 0%. Once it is done with 100% status, again we'll check back the status here. So it's already started uploading. So once it's completed, we'll go for the next step. Now the data is completely uploaded from the local desktop into Colab. The next step is to read the file. Here the separator is .tsv and the delimiter is a tab separator. The quoting is 3. We have quoting ranges between 0 to 3, and what does 3 refer here is we have to return the quoting as it is, which means I am telling to the system, don't do any overaction, just keep the quote as it is. This is what the meaning for 3. And the next step is the header is 0, which means that here we don't have any header. Now we are going to display the output for the first 5 content, and this is all about. From this we can see that there are some quotes and other things, okay, like break. Now we want to clean this part. That is the reason I am going to use regular expression and string as the libraries. To do all these things, I am going to define a function, a custom function, nothing but the clean string. The first line says is about whenever we find HTTP, the slash, these formats, okay, I am going to substitute with the string. And what does this multi-line says is, please don't consider only a single line, please consider multi-line. The next statement is whenever we have out of alphabets or strings, we want to replace with string. The next step is we are going to strip the extra space and then we are converting into lowest case. So this is all about the custom function. I am creating a new column, nothing but the clean underscore review, just to see the comparison between how the raw data and once after it's clean, how it is. I am going to display, by default it will display 5 set of rows. If you want to display more than 5 set of rows, then defaultly pass this command. Here I am going to pass 15 records. So after the custom function, the review to clean review. So this is what, see here we can see that the double quotes got removed, and even this break, this sentence got removed, and even it is not necessary to count any numeric value. So we removed the numeric values also. So this is what all about the custom function. Now GenSim comes into picture. So what is GenSim? It's an open source library. By using GenSim, we can able to build our own Word2Vec network, which means that it has a standard architecture which contains one input layer, intermediate layer, and the output layer. To understand about what is all GenSim is, here we have a link. I will update this link in description as well, and the main point to highlight here is like many of them ping me like about the skip gram and the continuous bag of words. So by default it will take continuous bag of words. If you want to pass a skip grammar, then we have to pass sg is equal to 1. So to install GenSim, pass pip install GenSim. Then we have to import GenSim package. How we are getting all this information? The reason is because we imported the library as logging, and the format is displayed because of all these things, and here our logging parameter is based on info. Here we have different parameters like error, warning, and so on, but currently we are using info. That is the reason we are getting an information for whatever we are processing over here. And the hyperparameter we can use window size, and all these will be covered in this link which can be highlighted, and it's really a good link, so I suggest please go through the link. So what is this block is all about? See, we are going to work with words, so we want to split the reviews based on word. Totally we have 9510 document. So what is the advantage of GenSim? So by giving all these, it is not necessary to build from scratch. So GenSim already done for us, which gives skeleton look to train the architecture with our data, and the goal is to set the weight. So here what is the changes is our input, nothing but a data set. Now let's start exploring some reviews. So here I took a document of 10 and from between 6 to 13. So this is what is all about. So let's understand about what the document 10 is. So this is a 10th document which contains totally 5 to 4 words, and this is all about the word. And see here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So from 6th position we are taking over here. That is the reason from 6. So till 13. Okay, so where it got end. So I okay now. So here this is a 13. So here it is got end. So between 6 to 13 we are displaying here. That is what the meaning for a 10th document, the position or the index between 6 to 13. But in 10th document we have a total word of 5 to 4. Now the data set is ready. We are going to run this GenSim model. We got this information. The reason is because we used the library logging. Here minimum count is 10. What it means is only if the word count is repeated a minimum of 10 we have to consider. If not, we are not supposed to consider that particular word. That is what. And the worker is equal to 4, which is a kind of a parallelization, and the size is equal to 15, which is like a number of neurons in the intermediate layer. And here the window size which I opt here is 5. So this is about the model detail. So this line tells us how many unique words we have over here. It says that we have 11,350. So here I will change it to 11,350 unique words we have. Now let's check the dimensions. It means each vector has 50 numbers, or each word is vector of 50 numbers. So in In SPACY, we had 300 dimension vectors. So here we have 50 dimension vector, and the shape is all about 11,350 of 50, which is the dimension of the entire corpus. Now let's start exploring some experiment for the model which we trained for the corpus of IMDb. So here I am passing the word beautiful. Now let's calculate the similar content of this. So these are all the similar words for beautiful for our trained corpus, and for princess these are all the similar words. And now we are going to find which is not really matching the sentence for our corpus. So here I take a phrase, she talked to me in the evening publicly. Here our output is 2, and now we are going to check the word vector representation for the word right. So now the output is 50 counts. Okay, the reason is we have passed this as an hyperparameter, and still compared with SPACY, when we work on with SPACY we got 300 dimension vector. So here is all about 50 for the token right. Now the next step is that we are going to save the model what we done so far. So for that, just pass model.save. This is the name of the model. This is our own name. You can pass any name as you like. Okay. So once it is done, we can see here the saved model got highlighted over here. Again, I'm keep remembering that we are getting all this information because we just imported the libraries logging. So this is for the session, and we use this model for performing sentiment analysis. So in our next sessions, what we are going to do is we will take one more sentiment analysis. Instead of training on some other predefined one, we are going to use our trained saved model to do the sentiment analysis. So this is for today's session. Catch you soon in the next session. Till then, Fazana signing off.